Hello, hello, hello. As he jumps into his chair just in time. 1 minute to go as well. So let me know where you are watching from. Let me just check my audio on here. Oh, look at that. We are doing well. We are live. We are on Instagram. We are on YouTube. We are on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook as well. We're everywhere. We are everywhere. So let me know where you are in the comment section as well. And this week I've managed to get it all separated so I can see exactly where everybody is. This week, I thought kind of a really interesting topic for the show would be kind of the power of saying no. I'm a people pleaser. Nothing brings me more joy than saying yes to just about everything. What also that creates is lots and lots of different stresses, because sometimes you can over promise yourself as well. So we're going to be talking about the power of saying no, and especially at this time of year, with family, with friends, with colleagues, with all of that stuff, it can be an absolutely stressful time, especially when you feel like by saying no is going to be something that's going to cause stress or hurt or damage to other people, where the reality is setting those clear boundaries by saying no is a great, great thing that you can do as well. There we go. Oh, we've got some people off here as well. Look, everyone. Thank you very much. I do love YouTube for its random comments. So staying off the grid, thank you very much for that. All comments is good engagement. So so that is good. Thank you for that. The joys of being live. So yes. Oh, very well done. Staying off the grid. You keep going. That is fine. Whatever you got to do to give yourself a smile, that is cool by me. So saying no is so important at this time of year. So we're going to kind of go through 3 different techniques to help you say no, and then we're going to do our guided visualization. Now, obviously, I say this every single week when you join in for these sessions, make sure that whilst we're doing the hypnosis part of the show, if for whatever reason you need full consciousness, then please do not listen, but do Swarab. I don't know if I said that right, but hey, buddy, hopefully you are well. So thank you to the guys on YouTube for those comments as well. It is always cool. So yes, as we go into the festive season, it is a time when you've got to learn to set those boundaries and learn to say no. And how's your Christmas going, by the way? I'm doing that very traditional male thing of I'm going to start doing my Christmas shopping tomorrow at a shopping centre where it's going to be crazy. Swarab, you're watching from India. That is awesome. Terry Quick is in the comment section on YouTube as well. TQ, hopefully you and the animals are all well. So yeah, it is great to have you here. Adrian Paul is here as well with a thumbs up. Thank you very much, Adrian. Great to have everybody here. Like I say, it's hopefully you're all just about ready for Christmas. And like I said, it is that kind of stressful time of year. So we're going to go through a couple of the techniques right now. The first of those is it's a priority swap technique. What does that mean? It means when faced with a request, ask yourself, what are you going to have to say no to by saying yes to this request? So, flip it on itself. If by saying yes to something, that you're going to give up your time, you're going to give up your energy, and something's going to have to be sacrificed for that. You're going to have to say no to something. Is it going to be some self-care? Is it going to be family time? Is it going to be time with friends? Think of it when you do it. So I have lots of love from England to India as well. So great to have you here. Priority swap technique. When you're about to accept something, think, what am I going to have to sacrifice in order to say yes to this person, to this request, to this thing? So we've got comments on Instagram as well. Merry Christmas Merry Christmas. And there's a Christmas tree and a funny face as well. Always cool. Thank you for your comments. So what are you going to have to say no to by saying yes to something? And don't feel bad about it. Think of it that way. It helps put it in perspective, that by saying yes to this simple request, you're going to have to say no to something that's probably more important, that's probably better for you as well. So do make note of that. Another great technique is the default no. I have a good friend of mine it's always comical. You can ring them up and go, listen, are you free on this date? I need this job booking. Are you free? And they'll go, I'll have a look and get back to you, which is a great way of doing it. So have a default no. Somebody asks you a request that isn't don't get me wrong. If somebody says, listen, do you want to go to Disney World for a week for free? Then maybe jump in with a yes. But every other request, I don't know why I said Disney World, but every other request kind of have a default no. Are you free next Tuesday? Not really. Why? And then qualify that whether it's going to be worth taking up your time as well. So make it a default answer to say no to things. And then that way you can always kind of move it back a little bit. Unless it's something that immediately excites you or aligns with your goals, then I would start with that kind of default no on those things as well. It helps you kind of it gives you time to ask follow-up questions. And then if you do decide, you know what, this is something that I could work with, then you can kind of go, do you know what, I can move things around and I can do that as well. So start with that default no. I think that's really important. And what do you do? I know for me, I am a few years ago, I made a conscious effort to decide, you know what, if it's a new experience, if it's a new thing, I'll say yes to it. And it did me the world of good. I've traveled the world by saying yes to things, which is great. But as your time gets more of a priority, you've kind of got to rein that in a little bit and have that default no. And again, it gives you time to reconsider those things without that guilt. If you start with a no, find out more information, and then you can come back to it and then kind of go, do you know what? Maybe I can move things around. Does that make sense? What's your go-to for getting out of things? And again, by having a default no, by doing that kind of, oh, I'll have to check, I'll have to get back to you, it gives you that space of time, and it's so much better than saying yes off the cuff when you're all excited about something, and then later on realizing, oh, I don't really have time for that. Then you've kind of got to backtrack, and then it becomes a terrible thing. Or if, like me, because I've agreed to something, I'm going to do it no matter how much stress it's going to cause me. And that then goes on to cause you more and more stress. This enables you to carve out time within your busy schedule for the things that are important, time with friends and other things. So yeah, and the no sandwich method. Now that doesn't mean no sandwich. Have a drink, problem solved. Do you know what? There's many a problem solved in exactly that way. You've got to have a release. So figure out what your release is. If that is the one, then that definitely works. So yeah, the no sandwich. Wrap your no in kindness. Start with appreciation, and then deliver your no and end with a suggestion or compliment. And a good example of this, I wrote it down on my big piece of paper here. I really appreciate you thinking of me. Unfortunately, I can't take this on right now, but I am sure such and such might be interested, and they'll do a fantastic job. That's a really nice way of framing that no. So it's not negative. I think those in the corporate world know of it as a shit sandwich. It's exactly the same for a request. Sorry, I can't take that on at the moment. My schedule is just too busy, and I wouldn't be able to give it the full attention that it so deserves. But such and such would be able to help, and they'll do an absolutely fantastic job. Problem solved. Does that make sense? And again, what do you do? When you overpromise yourself, you're only causing yourself loads of stress, and then you resent doing the task anyway. So it's a good way of learning these three techniques, learning those techniques to help you set those realistic boundaries for you, to give you a little bit of leeway to help you achieve those. So the priority swap technique, think about what you're going to have to say no to by saying yes to this. Put it in perspective. Do you want to be doing this, or do you want to be spending time with friends and family? When you think of it that way, it helps you kind of look at it through a good perspective. The default no strategy, this is a really good one. This is where you say no straight off the bat to most requests, and then evaluate, ask some qualifying questions, find out if it's something you can do and want to do, and then kind of come back around to it again. And the no sandwich, literally just sandwich that no in between two compliments, something positive. So it's not a negative experience. People aren't asking you, just going, no, I'm not interested. You're kind of going, yeah, I would love to. If I had the schedule, I would absolutely do it. But at this moment in time, I don't have that schedule. Does that make sense? If that makes sense in the comment section, do let me know. And yeah, we're going to do the eyes closed bit right now. And so, as we do each week, this part of the show just involves you closing your eyes and using your imagination. Now, what does that mean? It means we're just going to excite that imagination to help lock in these suggestions and make you feel good. And we like to feel good, don't we? I'm going to move the microphone up, and then that way we can get a little bit more bass on the voice. How does it sound, by the way? I've got a little bit of, I say a sore throat. It's not sore, but it's a little bit hoarse. So it makes me sound a little bit more good evening. So what I want you to do right now, now again, oh, very much so. Yes, very quick. Absolutely. So during this process, do not listen if you're currently operating any heavy machinery, driving a car or anything like that, or if there's any reason why you should not be doing this type of experiment, this type of solution. But I want you to just sit back, relax, close your eyes. Nothing strange will happen, but with your eyes closed, it just helps your imagination become more exaggerated. Thank you very much, Adrian. It's always good to know because I hear it through this thing. I don't hear it how it properly sounds. So what I want you to do right now is just sit back, relax, close those eyes, listen to the sound of my voice. But here's the thing, you don't have to listen to my voice. You can make up your own voice in your head, whatever it is that you need to do to just relax. And I want you to take a few moments now to just imagine, visualize. However it is that you visualize, you may be able to make a full, clear, vivid image, or you might just get an idea, a sense. Either way is completely right for you. With your eyes closed right now, I want you to just breathe easily. And with those eyes closed, imagine looking up through the top of your head. Imagine trying to look at the back of your eyebrows with your eyes closed there. And keep those eyes pointing right up behind those eyebrows. And as you do and you breathe easily, I want you to just relax. Allow the sound of my voice to just wash over your body. As if the sound and frequency of my voice echoes deep inside your mind. And as you allow yourself to just relax down now, allow my suggestions to go deep inside your mind. So that part of your mind where you can just open up to accept these suggestions and allow yourself to just let go. Now, I want you to imagine that in front of you, you can see a beautiful staircase. This is your staircase of relaxation. In a moment, I'm going to count from 10 all the way down to 1. And as I count those numbers, you can allow each and every breath, each and every noise, and every single word that I say to be a trigger, a powerful anchor to just send you deeper and deeper inside. And as you relax down deeper, you will find that the deeper you go, the better you will feel. As we go from 10 down to 9, 9 down to 8, 8 down to 7. And as you drift down right now, I wonder how good it would feel if you just allow all the tension to just let go. Allow your body to become loose and limp and relaxed, and allow all that tension to just drain away. All the cares and concerns and the stresses of family and Christmas and the holiday seasons and shopping, just put that to one side right now and just focus on you. And the sound of my voice helps you relax down even deeper. As I talk deep inside your unconscious mind now, as we go from 7 down to 6, even deeper. The deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper and deeper you go. 5, 4, floating, drifting, dreaming. 3, 2, and 1. As you allow yourself to just relax down, with each easy breath you exhale, you may become aware of the temperature of your seat, your bed, or whatever it is that supports you beneath you. You may become aware of the feeling of your clothes against your skin. Either way, just allow yourself to just let go now. I want you to imagine yourself in your mind's eye walking along the edge of a beautiful beach. As you walk along the beach, you can walk up to along the shoreline, you can walk up the rocks and on the top of a meadow, on the side of a cliff, whatever it is you want to be. But in front of that, a view right now, with the blue sky in the sky, it's the only place for the sky really, the blue sky in the sky, a little cloud just floating on by. As you look down at the sea, I want you to notice as the waves and the pressure starts to build, and you see by the rocks, the jagged rocks right there, you see a sturdy lighthouse. This lighthouse is standing on the edge of that rocky shore. Its purpose is to guide and protect. And as you look at it now, you start to see the waves starting to swirl and become more, I don't know what the word is, more full, more pressure, more drama. And you see those waves swelling and becoming more as they rage across the rocks. And as they do that, you realize that those waves are crashing against those rocks. But the lighthouse is standing firm. The wind is starting to howl. And each wave, as it comes in and ebbs back out, each wave represents a challenge, a request, something that's trying to take your attention. Each wave represents that demand, someone else's priorities, someone else that needs your assistance. Each wave, as it crashes against the shore, is trying to pull you in different directions. But here's the thing, this lighthouse doesn't move. It has stood firm for years, for decades, maybe even longer. This lighthouse stands firm, and its light shining exactly where it is needed. And by doing so, it helps protect and preserve not only the lighthouse, but others that need its service. The lighthouse doesn't move, it stands firm. It's shining its light exactly where it's needed. It doesn't chase the waves or the storm. It doesn't spend the light out looking for the waves or looking for the storm. It stays firm. It's focused on its sole purpose. And it's that purpose is to make sure that everybody is safe. Now imagine you in this lighthouse. Your time and energy are spent. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values, your light becomes stronger, focused exactly where it should go. As the storm settles and the waves calm and the sea becomes still, you realize that saying no isn't about pushing others away. It's about staying true to yourself. It's about preserving your light to shine where it matters the most. I love that. That's why it's written on my bit of paper. That's what you've got to do. You've got to focus and preserve your light so that you can do a better job of helping and guiding others when it's needed, not when they request it. So be strong and firm, especially over this holiday season, when your waves and your drama are going to test you. They're going to test your cry for attention. But you can stay true and firm to yourself, knowing that by doing so, it's going to make you feel better in the long run. As you relax down now, I just want you to remember, as we approach the new season, the new year 2025, now is the time that you can really make that change. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 all the way up to 5. On the count of 5, you can just open your eyes again and we can enjoy this process. And looking forward to the next time of listening to these quick visualizations, these exercises of your unconscious. Each and every person take a nice big breath in as we go 1 and 2 lighter and brighter, allowing your unconscious mind to find the metaphors, the meanings, the things that make the penny drop for you. 2 and 3 lighter and brighter in every way, shape, and form, using your wonderful imagination to just help you focus your light where it's needed the most. 1, 2, 3, feeling that energy coming back to your limbs, your arms, your elbows, your knees, and noticing how good it feels right now. Your optimism and your self-worth just feels so much better now. As we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, have a bit of a shake. And there you go. Now, for me, it's something I've always struggled with, is that whole kind of saying no to people. But when you learn to do it, and you do it from a place where you stand true and firm, then it is liberating. It enables you to really focus yourself where you need to be, to help you be a better friend, to help you be a better partner, to help you be a better person for all those around you as well. So cool. Let me know how you get on this week. It is really interesting. I'm really enjoying these Monday motivations. Terry, thank you very much for that. It is a pleasure, and thank you for joining me once again. If you are on YouTube, then please do give me a like, a subscribe, and drop me a comment. The engagement is always good. It's quite interesting to see some of the trolls jump on first thing. We always do like a bit of that. They don't mean any harm. They're just people on the internet, which is a great thing. Thank you for joining me for this Monday Motivation every Monday at 9 p.m. And I'll see you next Monday.